Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tish here, and for today's video we have an extra special topic. If you can't tell, I am smiling super hard. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already know the good news. So I am expecting. I am actually now in my second trimester. And I'm still, like, it's just surreal. Like, it's just so surreal to even be sitting here filming this video. So I'm just going to take you back to how it all, well, not how it all went down, but how I found out, and just, I guess, a little bit of how it all went down, because if you've been here with me from the beginning, then you know that I struggled with infertility and did not have success with my fertility treatment. So I guess I'll go a little into the details there. But my due date is March 25th, and like I said, I'm just now into my second trimester. So when you see this, I will be 14 weeks and 3 days if you're watching this as soon as I publish it. So yeah, so let's go back to how it happened. So it was getting close to July 16th. It was the week of our boule for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So that week I was like in conferences all day long, attending workshops. So wasn't even thinking about not having my normal PMS symptoms until like that Wednesday or Thursday. And I called my mom, and I was like freaking out because just turned 42, and like I said, if you've been with me, then you know some of my history, and with my numbers being super low. And although the doctor said that I wasn't about to hit menopause, but if you look at my A count, that would be what it was suggesting. So I was just like, okay, Mom, I think this is it. I haven't had any of my period symptoms. Like, I'm freaking out over here. So it was like either I'm about to hit menopause or I'm pregnant. And of course, I just couldn't believe that I was pregnant because of my history. So I was just holding on to faith. I kept praying and just telling God whatever it was that I would be okay with it. Of course, if it was pregnancy, I would be okay with it. But if it was menopause, that I would just adjust. And that Friday came, and by that time, still not having my normal symptoms. So normally I would have, don't remember, what are my symptoms? Oh, that's what it was. So one of the new symptoms that I've had for over a year now has been night sweats. So I always know when my period is like coming, other than me keeping track of it. But like 4 days or 5 days before my cycle starts, I wake up and my chest completely wet. Like, sweat out, my shirt, whatever I'm wearing, my nightgown, my sheets, like soaking wet. And I wasn't having that, and it's July. So it was kind of like, what's going on? And then my area down there gets super sensitive. So when I'm taking my showers, like, I have to make sure that if soap gets there, that I get it off right away. And I wasn't having that either. So that was, I think that was the first one that I realized. And then I thought about my night sweats, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? So gets to that Friday, still haven't had any of these symptoms. And I was just like, okay, I'm not even gonna say anything about it. So I called my mom, and she's like, you haven't mentioned your period. Did it show up? And I was like, no, I purposely didn't mention it. That Saturday morning, I remember I was getting ready to go to one of my sister's birthday celebrations. And I'm in a shower, and I just start crying. I just started crying, and I was just like, Lord, like, if I am pregnant, that, like, this is just such a miracle. Like, I just started crying and just being thankful. I was like, I know I don't know yet, but I was just like, if I am, thank you so much, because it's you. Like, it's just you, and I know that. Like, I know this is all you. So that was like the first emotional thing that I had dealt with. That whole time at the brunch, I was so nervous. Like, I was just like sitting on edge, because it was just like, okay, so it hasn't come. I had my little protection in my bag just in case I needed to run to the restroom and like put on something. But it was like I knew it wasn't coming because I didn't have any of those symptoms. So called my mom on my way back. It was probably like a 40-minute drive or so, because I think it was like all the way, well, it was like by Lake Norman. So I like called my mom on my way back, stuck in traffic, and she's like, so I'm like, yeah, still nothing. So I had ordered a test. Like, I had the test strips, but I was like, I want a test that's gonna say flat out pregnant, not pregnant. Like, I don't want these test strips where I have to decipher, do you see a second line? I was like, I want the digital one that's gonna say flat out pregnant, not pregnant. So I ordered them from Target. Now, I will say this, every time I've ordered anything, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Michael's, you name it, I will send Michael to go pick it up. Michael has never asked me, what am I getting? But of course this time, he's like, so what am I getting? Just so I know, like, if it's gonna be heavy. I'm like, you're going to Target. They're gonna bring it to you. Like, it's not, like, why are you asking me this? And he would not let up. So I was like, a pregnancy test. So of course he's in shock, because we're both like, I can't get pregnant. And so I'm just like, the one time, I don't need you to ask me, because I would like to do a surprise or whatever. You gonna ask me. So I told her, I told her that story, and I was like, yeah, I already ordered the test, so Mike will be over tomorrow, and I'll take it tomorrow. And then she's like, no, wait till Monday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my anxiety. But I was like, it's fine, because in the past, the day that I take that test, my period comes like an hour later. So it's just like, you know what, that's fine, I'll just wait it out. My period has not been late in years. So I'm like, even when we gone through all the fertility treatments and everything, like, my period will still come when it was supposed to come. So like, even if it was supposed to come a week later, it came when it was supposed to come. So I was just like, okay, you know what, I'll wait till Monday. I'm like, by Monday, I'll know for sure that test will be very accurate, and if my period hasn't showed it by then, we'll take it. Monday morning, it's like 4 o'clock. I can't sleep anymore. I wake up, I look at Mike, who's normally up now by that time, and I'm like, why are you still in the bed? Why are you still asleep? Again, he just keeps ruining my plans. So I just can't go back to sleep, and at that point I was just like, just go take this test, because you're not going to be able to sleep until you do this. So I went and took the test, and before I could even put it down on a sink to wait, it was like pregnant. And I was just like, oh, like, I was like, that can't be real. And then I was like, wait a minute, sorry, thank you God. But I was just in such shock. So I get back in the bed, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? So I had already planned what I was going to do, and I'll show you what I did for him here. I had already planned out what I was going to do to show Mike, had he not asked me what he was getting from Target. But I was like, this is perfect, he's not awake, so I can go ahead and do this, so that when he wakes up, that'll be the first thing. Like, as soon as you open the bedroom door, it would be right there in his face. So I'm like in the bed, anxiously just laying there, trying to pretend like I'm still tired, not really wide awake. And he gets up finally. It's like 5:30. He goes and uses the other bathroom, because he thought I was sleeping. He didn't want to use the bathroom in the master room, because he didn't want to disturb me. I'm like, by the time you move, I'm disturbed. Like, so I'm still sitting in bed by that time, like, okay, did he see it? Because he just went straight to the bathroom. Did he even see it? So I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to show him. So I get up and I'm like, did you see it? He's like, did I see what? So I'm like, did you see the sign? He's like, you can't really think you're pregnant. And I'm like, I don't think. Turn around and read this. And he just looked like he had seen a ghost. Like, he looked like he flat out had seen a ghost, and he was just like, you're serious? And I'm like, it's the test is literally right there. So he was just in shock for several days. because we really just thought it was not going to happen. So backstory, January, don't remember the date, it was the end of January, and I had my last IUI, and I knew that was going to be my last IUI. I knew that that was it. Like, we had done everything. When I say we, I mean myself, the doctors. Like, we had done everything. I didn't qualify for IVF because my egg count was so low. I got the book, It All Starts with the Egg, and I had done that. So I was like, if this doesn't work to help my egg quality, then I'm just like, there's nothing else. Like, I've done everything medicinally, I've done everything holistically. I've gotten myself to calm down. Like, I cut out so many things, plastic, perfumes, went to aluminum free deodorants. Like, I legit was like trying to clean myself out. So had that IUI at the end of January. February 5th, got my big fat negative. And I went through a grieving process, and, you know, was mad at God. I pretty much told him off, told him how mad I was, cried, prayed, cried, asked for forgiveness, and then finally got to the point where I was able to accept that this was just it, you know, that I would probably not be able to have my own genetic children. And looked at adoption again, looked at adopting an embryo, and that was going to be our step, was to adopt an embryo. And started the adoption process, because you still have to have a home study for that. And then I figured, you know, maybe in a couple years we could go ahead and adopt an actual child, as well as, you know, that was what we decided to do. So I started the process, and then July 19th, the Monday before I'm supposed to start classes to get my adoption license started, was the Monday I found out that I was pregnant. So like I said, complete shock for both of us. We really just didn't think it was going to happen. Like, if it didn't happen, going through fertility treatment, if it didn't happen, using all of the hormone stimulating drugs and the procedures, we just really did not think that it was going to happen naturally. I still had hope. I still had like that 2% hope. Like, I had a 2% chance of getting pregnant, and I held on to that 2% hope. But I think a lot of it was the fact that I finally let go, and I let God take control and do what he does. He's supposed to be in control. You know, it wasn't my terms, it wasn't my time, it was all on him. Like, it was his timing, his terms, his way, his will. And I really think that was it. I jokingly say it's because I got the COVID vaccine. You know, like, I jokingly say that. I do believe that faith without works is dead. So I know that a lot of it did have to do with me accepting God's will, even if that meant not having my own kids. And, you know, in whatever work I did last year, as far as like trying to help my egg quality, even if it didn't help my egg quality, I think just me putting that effort to try, you know, just show God just how dedicated I was to this, and, you know, how much I really, really wanted it, and I was ready for it. So I just know that with God, none of that matters. But I'm just saying, you know, like, again, faith without works is dead. So just saying, like, just trying to give you guys hope, and just understanding, you know, it's okay to get to that point where you feel like, I need to stop. You know, I would never tell anyone to stop unless it's hurting you. Like, for me, it was literally hurting me to try. It was traumatic seeing those negative pregnancy tests, and I said I never wanted to see another one again, and I was legit scared to take that test. And that's why when my mom said don't take it to Monday, in the back of my head I was like, that's fine, I don't really want to take it anyway. You know, like, I understand. I've been through it for 4 years, some people longer, and, you know, and some people go through fertility for years until it's at that point where they literally cannot, or physically cannot, get pregnant. And I understand that, and I just hope that this gives someone that 2% hope, to just hold on, to have faith. God knows what he's doing. Even if it means that maybe not having a baby the way you planned it, the way you wanted it, that, you know, just hold on. Like when people first told me, when I first started putting out my fertility struggles to adopt an embryo, I flat out pretty much cursed them out in the comments. Like, without cursing them out, like I told them off. It was like, because those are things you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear adopt. You don't want to hear using someone else's eggs. Like you don't want to hear get a surrogate. You don't want to hear any of that, because your hopes and dreams are to be able to have that baby on your own, like with your own egg, with your own body. Like those are your hopes and dreams. And I hope people understand and stop saying things to women who are trying. It's not your place. It's their place. It's just like someone who, an addict, getting ready to go to get rehabilitation. They're not going to go because you're telling them. They're not going to go until they're ready. And I know this is not the same, but it's the same as far as that grieving process and being able to let go and accept things. So I just wish people would understand, like, stop offering your advice. No one's asking for it, especially if you haven't gone through fertility struggles. But here I am, 42 years old, and was able to do it fun and free, as I say. It was fun and free, and my baby is healthy. I've been healthy. I've been struggling, but I've been healthy, and I will go over my first trimester symptoms and everything with you probably in the next video. So look out for that one. Let me know what other videos you would like to see. Like, y'all, I never thought I would be able to put this video out for you. Like, I always had dreams and hopes and all these designs of what I was going to do for my pregnancy announcements. And then when it finally happened, I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to sit and talk, because this is a sit and talk kind of moment with the way everything has happened for me. So no big theatrical performance to say I'm pregnant. Just me just coming to you, being real, sharing my heart, letting you know how it went down, and just hoping to allow this test of mine to become your testimony and to give you that hope that you've been looking for. So I hope I share everything I planned on sharing. I have no clue, because like I said, didn't really get to plan this out. I just wanted to just be authentic and real and just give you the real deal. Like, that's it. I will do a baby bump. Like I said, I'm 14 weeks right now and 3 days. Yeah, well, I'm 2 days today, but 3 days by the time you see this video tomorrow. So I'm at that stage now where I do have a bump in the morning, because before it would be flat in the morning, then by the end of the day it'll be something there. So I do have a little bump in the morning, but it does still continue to grow throughout the day. So it's exciting to actually wake up and have a bump right away. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like now. Okay, I just put this thing on. I think I need to trim it because it's too big. But yeah, so this is me from the front. We're still kind of small. And then this is the side view. So yeah, I'll turn to the other side so you can see it that way too. But yeah, that's my little bump. Alright, thanks for joining me on today's video. Hope it wasn't too long for you. And again, please leave comments below. Let me know what kind of pregnancy videos you would like to see. I am definitely going to do a first trimester update for you. Hopefully that'll be next week. So I'm going to change things around as far as my schedule. So Mondays are going to be our Momming Monday series. So everything dealing with me, pregnancy, getting ready for the baby, all that jazz. So that'll be Mondays. And then I think that I'm gonna switch, like, doing my home stuff once I start feeling better. If not, still on Wednesdays. I think I'm gonna do those on Thursdays. And then whatever sorority type of videos I post will go up, I'm thinking, on Saturday. So that's what I'm thinking the new schedule is going to be. So Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We shall see. Hopefully I start feeling more energetic so I can start putting out more videos for you. But like I said, I definitely will make sure I do that update for you for next Monday. If you're new here because of my pregnancy announcement, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Y'all leave comments below again to let me know what you want to see. And I'm just, y'all, thank you for your prayers, because that is a major part. Like when I shared back in February what was going on with me, so many of you prayed, you sent me messages, you checked on me, and without that I might not be here filming this video right now. So I want to thank you so much for your prayers and your support, and I'm praying for you all right now, especially everyone out there who's hopeful. I'm praying for you, and I really pray that God gives you strength to continue on this journey. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.